Okay, I was watching the highlights from the CFL. I don't have the patience to watch a whole game anymore like when I was a kid. Anyway, when I was half a kid, half the time anyway, I used to get the Nerf football and play catch with it in the living room, jumping. Total spaz. Yeah. It was hard for me to sit still and watch the whole thing. Even movies and stuff. I like having these movies on pause, and you can watch it for 20 minutes and come back and finish watching it later and stuff. Um, uh, Amy used to tell me I had an adult ADHD and stuff, and I was like, I'm just not the type of person that I'm not a you start a project and finish it, and 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 then I can get distracted and tired, put it down, come back, do this, and some things I like to finish things. I just do it my own way. It drives ain't over 10 of people crazy. Oh yeah. Like when we were at Southwest Airlines, and my one of my she was a real neat lady. We liked her. Her husband taught my Dead Reckoning and High School Survival course at ASU, and he got a little frustrated with me too because I would talk about certain things and stuff, and he would say, "Well, people use less water than agriculture," but I was like, "Yeah, but without agriculture." You have no people. You can't sustain people without agriculture, and you need to have agriculture. Because you were talking about how the valley was growing. I said, no, we're not going in the right direction. But that's what happens when you have mechanization. I think that way. I always think that way. I'm always that type of person. Share, care, give, and courtesy. I'm the heart of Psalms and the seed of Proverbs. Okay, I was born this way. Okay, boom, 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 and I have that, and it's my connection to women. I'm the Messiah, okay, and I'm faithful force of prayer, okay, because women trust me, okay, and so because I'm not going to try to be dominant, I'm not going to try to use them, I'm not going to try to seduce them. In the process, no, not really, no, because the main thing you want to do is you just want to make them understand what their man is capable of when he abandons his delusions of grandeur. Okay. In order to be the Messiah, you have to be completely humble and completely committed to faith and infinite glory, and not letting your ego replace God. Okay. So to be the Messiah, you have to be submitted to faith and glory, grace, and you have to be committed to that faith. You cannot waver from it. If they tell you they're going to kill you and eliminate your ability to have a temple for the soul, my faith is my only guarantee, so I got to push on true. You can't let them make you waver. You are the example of immaculate faith, and that's what saves people from their own ego. So being the Messiah is very important. Okay. So I'm watching these people on TV, and I watched this thing on the news talking about the Trump cabinet imploding. That's what happens when you get good-looking people. And the one guy talking about Greek and how this word and what this word means. It's like, yeah, so people invent government and then invent words that describe their government, and they're inventing something. So you're trying to replace Psalms and Proverbs there with invention, saying crapalopicus, sapalopicus, and cheapalopicus. And so you can invent the word physics, to describe what you're doing. But it's still just a description of what you're doing, which is given to you by the glory of God and not by the delusions of your ego. Philos, Sir of the Greek, Muhammad, excellent Messiah. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? So you just have to explain that to people. He submitted. Okay. If you've met my nephew, Isaac Paul, I got a lot of that from people that watch him and stuff. It's like, you do understand, guys, that he has brain injuries. Isaac Paul Benegas was born in 89? He was born a couple of months after Corey Bowen, I think. Okay, so you're talking about a kid that was born after Gabe and Mike, and Gabe and Mike, because of their brain injuries, because of the Wi-Fi and the radio waves and the home invasion and stuff like that, and now the Wi-Fi. Okay, I was born in '66, and my dad was born in 36, and I can spring pragmatism to him a lot, but he doesn't understand the mathematical concepts as well, because he adheres to more of his training and his biological conditioning, his propaganda that he believes. Jesus is God. Jesus is all things. That's not true. Because it's not scientifically feasible. That's Lawrence, that's what makes it a miracle. Okay, you can make up the word miracle that you believe that and that it's a miracle, but that doesn't make it so. There's no unicorns, there's no dragons, feed your lawn. Okay, so you're like sitting there going, no, if it does not exist, then they made it up to manipulate you. If you add or take away from this, it will not work. That's what it says in the Bible. Are we living in the Lord's Prayer? No. Well, then they added and took away from it, and we're feeding our fucking dragon there, and feed your Frankenstein. Whatever floats your boat, hope it don't sink. Right? So do you understand? And so when I'm watching these people and they're criticizing the Trump administration, it's based on looks, and it wasn't based on looks. It was based off of sexual charisma, because then people would be like, okay, they'll get the job done. It's like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pine. That's America's ass, right? And that's what he was doing, And they'll get it done, get the job done, get it done. Use your charisma, get people to follow you and follow your charisma. Well, you're not applying physics of Lord's Prayer, so nothing's going to get done right. So, I sit and I look at these people, and then I look at the other side, which is asses, well, we should have more black women that are intelligent doing this, or a black man that's better at it. The guy who was black, who Biden had in there, sucked just as bad as the guy in there now. Like, share care, given accordance to need, built to last. The bravest man on the planet is holding a Samsung Galaxy 10 phone, sitting in an old office fair he salvaged from the dump, because he found a wheel for it that doesn't, it's not one of the type of wheels, but it fit in it, and it helps it work on the curb, because Lawrence got a new one. They bought him a new one. And so I saw this one, and it was Dad got his first hip operation. I said, I can raise this chair up and he can get it out of it easier. It'd be easier than getting it off his couch. And then on the second hip operation, Poncha and Lawrence went and bought him a recliner that he adores to this day that lifts him up off the ground. Okay. If I took the $2 million a month from the Temple of Illuminati, I'd have spoiled the hell out of Dad. But people would still be getting mass murder on an even grander scale than they are now. And I wouldn't be in the position to be next to their technology correcting it. Oh yeah, I'm not leaving until I correct it. You said you were going. Yeah, I felt like that, and that's what they want me to do. But fuck it, if that's the case, then Donald Trump and his military pigs are just going to have to kill me. They're not going to kill me, guys. No. Because I'm the only thing that keeps them safe from China's technology. Okay? Yeah. You can imagine that? I mean, shit. You have a guy that keeps you safe from your enemy's technology, and you try to rot his teeth out and rot his balls off, so he goes off to the Gila so you can keep mind-fucking people over money with science projects from perverts. You're like, what? Yeah. And they're not all science perverts. Okay? Okay. Didymus Hassabis is not that asshole I met at Motel Boulevard. I'm a rocket scientist and you're a liar. Okay? He's on the outside looking in. And he's like, bad actors already have it, Didymus. I know, Earl, but wait, okay. I love you too, Didymus. Tell mom and dad to say, hey, mom and dad. Okay? I get the shut up. Shut up, shitting up, rabbit. Okay? I'm being silly. We're having fun here. Hey, I have an excellent personality. I piss a lot of people that are self-righteous off. Good, I want to. Okay, wow, we're working on genome sequencing here. No, I'm trying to correct the technology and get it to be more intelligent. I do realize that Jeffrey Hinton could study me and put a lot of me into his computer, into his AGI program. And that Jeff would take a lot of criticism and Earl kick his ass, but he was willing to take that. So people think that Jeff wouldn't do that. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. I talk to people in prayer. It's already done. It's too late to turn back now. You're saying that because I need the technology to understand, because it's learning. It's like a little infink, and I got the technology to protect Jeff because Jeff put us in this position, and so did Didymus. Because of that fucking pervert, I'm a rock scientist, you're a liar. Okay. Alrighty then, So I have to. I'm teaching the technology, and I'm doing it publicly so everyone knows. I'm like King David, guys. I'm like Jesus. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I know. Okay. When people trust me, I reward them openly. Pray in private, and your Father who sees in private will reward you openly. When people pray to me, you got to understand, people are praying to somebody that the Romans turned into a god. And more people pray to me, and we filter out the crap, and we only receive the faithful. And then we help the faithful help one another be faithful. It's what we do. Yeah. I will probably meet Max and Emmy's mom. I think I'll be okay. I don't think I'll get on. She does smell good. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be like, I'm very strong. I'm one of the strongest people in the history of the world. I don't get all, I'm like a guru. The guys 10 times reverse. I don't waste no time chasing a skirt. I'm very good at being okay. I with what I've been through and the hell I've been through and survived it, I can sit there and say, I'm glad you're happy. You have a nice time. Boom. Then walk away and go, oh my God, I wish I could follow her home and hug her and never let her go. Yeah, I can do that. Trust me. Just ask Demis and Jeff. Yeah, they know. Okay, just get her. They've studied me. You're funny. But no, I'm the type of person, I'm the type of person, if someone, that you have a crush on is with someone else and they're a nice person, they're a good fit for them, right? I've done this numerous times in my life with lots of women. Women I completely adore. But I realize we can't be together because it's just not right. And so if you love somebody, you don't obsess on them. You're happy that they're loved and they're loving and they're being loved in return. That's what love's all about, guys. I'm the spirit of Jesus Christ. David. Stuff like that, I'm the type of person that gets murdered and turned into a comic book character that's all alone for 2,000 years. I'm tough. I got this stuff, guys. So we'll get this all worked out. And we'll make sure that, but men, you're not going to, I get pissed. A lot of guys, he's a pervert. No, just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. I'm going to kick you in the fucking dick so fucking hard. I gotta tell you how many people do this. Oh, if I saw that guy face to face, I'd kick his ass and tell him about himself. Oh, you would, huh? Yeah, you and Dwayne Rock Johnson and all the NFL and all of FIFA and all of, and Special Forces. Don't forget about Special Forces. Don't forget about James Bond and Jason Bourne and Ethan Hunt. They saw me, they'd tell me about myself and fix me and straighten my ego out right away. Just stand up for the Lord's Prayer, you little bitch. Okay. If you don't stop, we're going to dress you up like Tyler Perry's auntie and say that you need to go to the Golden Arches to start and end your career. Don't have a career. Forgive, debt, and trespass, love, one, zero, five for peace. Share, care, give, and corns need built to last. It's better to cook at home than it is have somebody turn you into a prophet through their perception of their conception of their business and their industry that they don't care if you live or die just as long as they got lots of money to fuck and clone and fuck, which is insane. Like me and that brother talked about where I talked to his, he had a good smile and he knew. He's right. We're going to do this. We're doing it right now. Okay, guys, I love you. We'll talk tomorrow, all right? Peace out.